questioning whether something more sinister might really be at play. Hey guys, it's Andrew. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Every Town, where today we're checking out an ongoing mystery taking place down in Texas. And 20 people found dead in Lady Bird Lake since 2008, and 12 of them since 2022. As the number continues to climb, the similarities between many of these cases have become impossible to ignore.
Austin police were alerted about a body being found along a walking trail near Lady Bird Lake in East Austin on Wednesday.
Who do you believe could be the possible killers of the victims?
Well, we got I got my suspects on hand. You know what I mean? I try to be quiet about it, just so, they could be watching this right now, and I don't want them to know that I know.
There have been at least 38 bodies found in or around Lady Bird Lake since 2022, according to data obtained by Fox 7. Of those, 30 were male. About 60% were between the ages of 30 and 49. Only 2 of them were teenagers, including the body found on Tuesday.
Another paddleboarder was here out on Lady Bird Lake and notified us that it appeared that an individual was deceased and floating on Lady Bird Lake.
At approximately 8:21 a.m. this morning, just before 8:30, APD officers responded to Lady Bird Lake here in the area of 90 Congress Avenue. Right now we have officers canvassing the area looking for any potential witnesses that may have seen or heard something. We're also trying to locate any surveillance that may have captured anything.
Man, there's some really bad people out in this world, and it seems like they just keep getting away with it. And why? Well, because normal, good people don't stand up and do anything about it. And you know what? That stops tonight. Alright, you stinking serial killer. Your days are numbered. Stud Muffin is going to Lady Bird Lake tonight at 3 a.m. to go look for your stinking butt. And I tell you what, if I find you, your days are over. It's time to give this jerk a taste of his own freaking medicine. Stud Muffin the Pimp is on the hunt as Knight Rider, baby. Through space and time I bravely drift. And now it's time for realities to shift. Let's go!
Since 2022, 19 bodies have been recovered from Lady Bird Lake in Austin, Texas, sparking rumors of a serial killer dubbed the Rainy Street Ripper. The Austin Police Department insists there is no evidence of a serial killer. Public suspicion persists due to the proximity of the lake to the nightlife hub of Rainy Street and the high number of male victims. Rainy Street, a popular nightlife area in Austin, is closely linked to the Lady Bird Lake deaths due to its proximity to the lake where 19 bodies have been found. Many victims were last seen in the Rainy Street district, leading to speculation of a connection. Rumors on Rainy Street suggest a serial killer, nicknamed the Rainy Street Ripper, is targeting young men, with some believing victims are drugged or lured to Lady Bird Lake. Social media, including a Facebook group with over 71,000 followers, fuels speculation that the deaths are connected. Locals, like a bartender quoted in the U.S. Sun, expressed skepticism about accidental drownings due to the high number of bodies and the distance from Rainy Street to the lake. Trails, particularly near Rainy Street in Austin, Texas, have raised safety concerns due to the Rainy Street River, a rumored serial killer linked to multiple bodies found in the lake since 2022. Dirt trails, like the Ann and Roy Butler hike and bike trail, are narrow, winding paths surrounded by dense vegetation, offering numerous hiding spots behind trees or bushes. At night, the area becomes extremely dark due to limited lighting, with some sections completely unlit, creating an eerie and isolated atmosphere. cameras and poor visibility heightens the risk, as someone could easily conceal themselves in the shadows or thick foliage. The proximity to Rainy Street's bustling nightlife means intoxicated pedestrians often wander these trails, making them vulnerable to potential ambushes. Combination of secluded trails, darkness, and hiding spots fuels fears of a predator lurking, ready to strike unsuspecting passers-by. Beneath the shroud of night, where Lady Bird's dark trail twists through silent thorns. The shadow moves, a specter cloaked in whispers, eyes like voids that mourn. No glint of steel tonight, no cry to pierce the stillness, his hunt eludes the stars. Yet the air hums heavy with his unseen menace, stalking paths where fear is born. He was not found tonight. But we will not rest until his darkness meets its end.
I want to give a big thank you to my Patreon supporters, Freaky Deaky, Oddball, Dippity Doo, and Freddy Fastball. Because of their support on Patreon, I can keep bringing you these great videos.